Okay, forgive me for my background noise, but we're just gonna work with it. Anyways, in episode 7, we know that King took Toop to the station because he is putting a lot of cases on Toop and blaming Toop for the murder of all the 7 people, which he didn't. Anyways, at the precinct, of course, Singer has to defend his man. Well, he is his man at this point, but they won't let him in because this officer is ordered by King that no one, including Singer, should be in the building or inside the room where Toop is. Okay, so we know nothing can stop Singha. So, anyways, Singha got inside the interrogation room and told Toop that he shouldn't be worrying and he's gonna find a way to free Toop from this whole problem that is putting on Toop. Toop said he's not afraid. I mean, I would be afraid, but again, he's just gonna be the big guy to make sure that Singha doesn't worry about him too much. Then here comes King, who's obviously upset because he's both upset with Singha for not abiding by the rules and upset with the other police officer for letting Singha get into the room. Overall, Singha is forbidden to come into this room, but Singha not just left without saying anything. He told King that he's gonna find a way to clear Toop and make sure Toop's out of here. Okay, after he got escorted outside, he met up with Meg, who is very sad and concerned about the fact that King put Toop under surveillance. He is their spiritual advisor, and without the spiritual advisor, what should they do? King Singer said he'll find a way to free Toop because he knows Toop is innocent. While Meg and Singer was talking, a woman came into the precinct and asking everyone to help her find her grandson, even though later on he says it's his nephew. Anyways, she's asking help to find her grandson who has been missing. Now they're saying they're not the right person to go to. She should go to the police, but she says she went to the police. Now in reality, it takes the police to help you. They need 24 hours for a missing person to actually for them to help you. So if the person is missing 24 hours, the police will only help you if you have a missing person for 24 hours because you can't just say, oh, he hasn't come home for like 4 hours, because I know that's how it is. You can't say that because sometimes people can come home late, and that's why they say 24 hours they help. Singer decided to take on the job because, why not? He told her he's not promised her anything, but he will try to look for her grandson and hopefully he's okay and he would let her know. She even left like a contact to just in case he can contact him. And of course, Singer gave that to Meg because Meg is more like the OG of finding people, I guess. Also, Singer asked Meg to do something for him. He went into the interrogation room and told Toop that Singer brought him to give him something, which is the jacket. Let me tell you something. King was cruel. I get it. You're treating this boy as a suspect, but you leaving this boy into an interrogation room with the AC high as hell, letting him freeze? Are you crazy? Anyways, thank God Singer literally looked out for Toop. Singer went home and decided to pray for protection for Toop. Now, I watch a lot of spoilers because I kind of like to spoil myself all over X, and someone mentioned that Singer is atheist and is shocked that for atheists he's actually praying for protection for Toop, which is shocking because I didn't know that Singer is atheist. Meanwhile, in the interrogation room, Toop is sleeping. I don't know how he's sleeping in this freezing thing because that jacket is leather. It ain't helping him cold. Anyways, this previous, because we know her, she's showing up and trying to warn Toop that it's happening again. I'm assuming the sacrificial thing is happening again, but they don't know where and Hit's not telling him where. But I'm guessing this is the protection that Singer was asking for. She doesn't cause any harm, but more like protecting Toop and warning Toop. Other from that, I don't see no harm from her. Okay, this is off topic, but I noticed that the camera is still in the interrogation room with Toop. My question is it still running? And if so, how many gigabytes did they put in that camera for it to be running that long? And I don't see any extra batteries coming in and out of this room to put in it. So I'm assuming this is a long life thing. Like, how long are we planning to keep this boy here? And one is another thing. Did they not give him like a potty break, like a bathroom break or something? Then we have these two. Thank God. I ain't gonna lie, I don't see any problems with them yet. Anyways, say bought a yak statue or some Buddha statue for Darren because Darren is very spiritual. So assumes so it's to keep him more secure or not worried a lot. It gave him like a little space for him to pray, which I don't think this is Darren's place. I think this is Say's place. After that, everything switched to Darren going to the first crime scene where the tree is, the abandoned place, and he's looking and he sees a body on the tree and he sees his body, which definitely freaks him out. And then we find out that he was actually dreaming. Now I was gonna say something, but forget what I was gonna say. Michael, you are so fine. You know, I was watching two reactors to reacting to the drama, and I didn't realize until they said it, but when they put the color for Michael, red or pink or whatever color it is at this point, they did not disappoint with collaborating with the hair color, with the outfits that he has on, because it does suit him with or without the glasses. Damn, this man is fine. Okay, safe to say we are at Darren's place. Anyways, they got interrupted by a package. Apparently, Darren was stress ordering and ordered a lot of package, except for one package that Darren doesn't know about. He orders a lot, but even he can tell that one package out of all of them were not ordered by him. Anyways, it's like a big box, and in that big box was just this one bear toy. Now, focus on this toy. Remember about this because I'm going to tell you what it is because it has its importance in this recap. So remember about this and then I'll tell you what the importance of this is. So early in the morning, we see Singer reporting to duty at the precinct, and of course, King is there right at the entrance to see Singer coming in. He also provoked Singer, asking Singer why he's here so early, even though we all know why. Then he started being more provoking and asked and started provoking Singer. Singer then got annoyed and then went straight into King's face and said he knows he's the reason Tup is arrested right now. He knows that he planted all those false evidence on Tup, including the drugs. He knows he has everything that what's happening to Tup. He has everything to do with it. Now, King boasting, saying that Singer has no evidence or proof that he did it, which clearly is true, but also Singer knows King. He knows his father, and he knows that everything he's doing is just one of those spoiled brat kid who wants to get approval to blame things on someone so he can get extra credit. Singer went to the interrogation room where Tup is and calmly wakes Tup. He apologized to Tup for what he's going through, and Tup said he doesn't blame him for what he's going through. Singer also said that if he can swallow his pride and actually, go with King and do whatever King says, maybe Tup can actually get released. Tup says he doesn't want that. He'd rather go to jail than actually seeing Singer going through all that misery because of King. Even though it's kind of like a joke, Tup will actually do it because we don't like King here. Meanwhile, Singer and Tup were having a little bit of moment. Singer got a call from Meg saying, was it Meg or was it Say? One of them got a call saying that Singer should come to a crime scene place because this could actually cure Tup from all allegations. And of course, Singer is going there because he wants to clear Tup and he wants Tup out of this place. Singer got up to leave, but before he left, he's not leaving without giving Tup a kiss. I ain't gonna lie to you. Singer fell hard. Or was it Tup fell hard, but Singer fall harder? One out of that because Singer was determined to get some kiss because that's what the whole reason he's there. Honestly, I love this. I'm here for it. I don't know what happened, but I love it. Singer, along with King, got to the crime scene, and Singer was told that the person that is dead is actually the grandson of the woman that was looking for her missing grandson. You know, that woman who wanted to see her missing grandson? You know, the sad thing about having a missing person is actually hearing that the person that is missing will never come back alive. It's sad. It really is. I don't know how Singer is gonna tell this woman, but he has to know. Upon analyzing the corpse, we see that whoever killed this man definitely is the person that's involved with the 7 deadly corpse, because if you look at it, there were signs of struggling, and whoever was trying to sew the mouth or any part of the body, actually, they were half done. They didn't get to do it. Also, Darren was also there saying that judging by the body and how it was placed or how it's happening, apparently the person did end up getting strangled to death because of the line on his neck. There is also video evidence of someone who is from a distance videoing the person who's strangling the victim or the deceased person, but in the video you don't really see who the culprit is. But either way, they took that as actually evidence. Where the person is, I don't know. King then looked at the body and said to Singha that it's impossible because didn't they say that it happens every 5 years to do a ritual like this? Singha told King that because they interrupted with the first ritual, that's what they're doing. They're redoing the entire ritual because honestly, Singha told King exactly what Toop says about interfering with the ritual, and because the ghost told Toop about interfering with it, and now they have to redo it. So they're gonna actually find random people who weren't at the specific days of the week to actually sacrifice them. Singer then looked at King, telling King that he should release Toop because the killer is still on the loose, and while this person was still killing, Toop was actually arrested and still in the interrogation room and has not moved from that spot. So King has no choice but to let him go under the laws of he has no evidence he has evidence that he is innocent. So of course by law you have to let go someone as innocent. Okay, so they went back to the place where they got the donation food, or the what's that word? Offering food or whatever. And they went straight back to the lunch lady because the lunch lady seemed to know more people that goes in and out of this place. Anyway, Singer showed the lunch lady the person of the dead person that they found. She doesn't know this person. And no matter how Singer is trying to show the photo very correctly, she says she still don't know this person. I assume that she doesn't know many of them, or at least the people who come for lunch to them, she knows. And King used his big boy connection to call one of his co-workers or colleagues or whatever to find all the CCTVs and pull up all the footage so they can find some evidence on if they see this man, the dead man, coming to this place. Just when they thought they were going to give up, here comes the lady's daughter. She thinks someone is getting arrested, but then Singer used the opportunity to ask the girl if she knows the person in the photo. She says she doesn't know the person per se, but she knows the guy delivers ice here. Apparently, she said this person not only just delivered ice, but he always deliver ice and go to the person that they are looking for, the guy that the king thinks is connected to Toop. I don't remember his name, but he's the one that collect the donation, that guy. I think I sent Meg to look into where the man is working for when he collect the heist place that the man worked for. Turns out it's the same place that they went to, the store that lives in front of the guy that collected the donation. Turns out this guy was actually working with the guy that collected the donation because they're in like a scamming scene where they would take money from people from the donation and they will take out all money that they need and they split it to each other because the man is in charge of the money. That would explain why when King was giving the money, he was watching King to put more money so he can take out his more profit. Okay, after going through all the evidence, Singer noticed something is odd about the people that he found that's dead. So he asked Meg on the corpse, what day did this person, what day was he born? Meg said it was Sunday, and since that day today is Sunday, he is summing up what Toop is saying about when they were at the hospital, they saw the teenage YouTuber chanting and calling ghosts chanting, and that's when he remembers that Wednesday is the day that Darren was born. So now it is true. Singha is deducting or calculating that they are redoing the ritual, since the ghost told Tup that they interrupted the first ritual. They're gonna do it again. Okay, so Singer found out that King did not and will not release Tup. So he used the opportunity while talking to his superior along with King and told the superior that King has falsely accused Tup for murder that he didn't do. Falsely accused, didn't do. Anyways, Tup was there for no reason at all, and the superior is very upset and disappointed in King, especially with the fact that he was personally sent there by his father. But the superior said he doesn't care right now who sent him or not. What he did was wrong. King tries to tell his side of the story, but it doesn't sound fair. It sounds like an excuse. Then we see King went to his father. His father is disappointed for the fact that King did not even try to settle the entire thing, because this is when we found out that the father didn't just send King to solve the investigation by ending the investigation, but he also sent him there to represent him as the father. Now, it is here we notice that King said he never wanted to go back to that precinct, but also then the father realized that King is getting too bold in talking to him. I'm guessing he's never always that bold to talk back to his father. The father then said that the reason he feels like King is getting bold is because of Singha. Then we realized that the father is the main reason why Singha ended up leaving this precinct before going back. And it's then we realized that the father made King planted those drugs on Tup, make Tup get the fall, because he wants the son to get credit for something he didn't do, but also wants the investigation to end because he wants to blame it on some random person who has no background, no family or anything, and Tup seems to fit the the image. Also, he's one of those people who are corrupt, one of those corrupt officers. I don't know how much money he's trying to get out of this, but he's getting money. I don't know. And at this point, King, you a bitch. Finally, Tup is out of that hell place. I want to know, was he wearing this clothes before, or did he take a shower before coming back up? I don't remember, and I don't have time to go back. Anyways, there was this line that Singh has said that instantly reminded me of Pit Babe. So because Tup is feeling pain because he didn't get a good rest, considering all he did was sit in this interrogation room and sleep very uncomfortable. Anyways, Singer asked Tup to lift up his shirt, like take off his shirt so he can apply ointment, and remember in Pit Baby did the same. After applying the ointment, Tup noticed that Singh had set up the tent for him. He thinks that he's sleeping in this tent again because he's not going to sleep in the bed. But Singer reassures him that he also will be sleeping in the tent with him. Let me tell you something. Ever since they both acknowledge their feelings and express their feelings, that's all they've been doing. And I ain't mad at it. I'm actually happy. I have no problem interrupting or actually watching. Anyways, they definitely blessed that tent and they blessed it well. Let me tell you something. The gods and the Buddhas led me to Thailand drama for a reason, because if they didn't, I wouldn't have found out about these two. I wouldn't have found out how great Pavil is good at acting and all the Thai actors and actresses. I ain't leaving Thailand. I know I said I'm gonna branch out, but I ain't leaving Thailand. Then we see King, who's clearly drunk, drinking and stressing out, but while he's stressed drinking, he's calling Singha, but it went straight to voicemail. Now, either Singha blocked your ass or something else. But with the shit that you put Singha through, why would he answer you, sir? And you know this. Why would you even try to call Singha? You know the things you put this boy into. You know. You have the audacity to do it too. Okay, back to Singer and Tup. As you can see, they definitely blessed the tent so much that the tent could not take that much blessing and collapse. The fish saw more than what they didn't supposed to see, but at the same time, we know that Tup definitely have waistline. He definitely did. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so Toop decided to ask Singha. He sees family photos, but he never see the family. So Singha said that he has a sister and a mother, but the sister died and the mother decided to live somewhere else. Singha thinks that the reason the mother left is because irresponsible let his sister die. Singer also revealed that his little sister has the same ability as Toop. She could also see ghosts. He said at the first he never believed his little sister, but ever since she died and he met Toop, he started to believe everything Toop says. That is why when Toop tells him stuff, he always goes with it because he starts to believe in it. But if you look at it, both of them literally grew up and raised themselves. But now that they're two together, Stoop made a promise to Singha that he will never leave him and tries his best to protect him. Honestly, this is a love that everyone wants, but it's not what everyone gets. Singha then took Toop to a temple, and Toop is wondering why Singer brought him there. Toop says he doesn't often comes here, but he comes there sometimes, and then Toop find out the reason that Singer would go there is because his mother is there. Singer introduced Toop to his mother. Hear me out. I had a brain burst for like a second because I was thinking maybe this woman has something to do with Toop as well, because when Toop was born, a woman handed the baby to another woman and that another woman gave it to a monk. But that was like, nah, that can't be, because if that's the case, then Singha would also be a child as well, and that would be clearly impossible. So let's just cancel that this whole investigation of me rambling. The mother then thanks Toop for making Singer come see her. Even though it's been a while, she hasn't seen his face. She feels like Toop is the one that Singer is here. Toop says that Singer is the reason he's there on his own. He's the one that said he wants to come. Then the mother seriously asks Toop for a favor to protect Toop, to protect Singha, because she feels like something bad will happen to Singha and Toop is the person that can protect him. I love how Toop meets the mother-in-law. It's just like Pit Babe or Pooh's character met the father-in-law. Sad that the father-in-law didn't go to the wedding though. But anyways, for people who join the monk life, how do they do it? Wake up early before daylight and go through all these buildings and not be scared? After visiting his mother, they didn't went home. Singha and Toop went to the very place that they need to find the culprit, because Toop is going because he promised Singha's mother to protect him. Now, upon finding out everything, they need to find this man, but ever since they keep going there, they're not bumping into this donation guy anywhere. Okay, so they ended up finding someone to talk to. Now, the person will work for the guy that they are looking for, but it's a stretch. He said that the reason he's here is because he helps with being a substitute for someone who used to work in this thing. Now, he does the prayer and giving blessing, while the other guy who they're looking for just collects the money. But the person that collects the money is not here because he is unwell. Singer says that he is trying to investigate this guy because he's wanted for many things. Even though there's not foolproof evidence, he knows it involved with taking donation money, which is very shocking to the guy. Then he asks the man if they can search the man's office, which he gets a okay. So they're going inside this man's office and they're finding more than just donation money. So there is actually receipts of the man actually gambling, and there's a book with these deceased name, and in it they're seeing that the people actually owes money. So not only is he collecting donation money, but he also taking dirty money, like dirty money. So he's using the dirty money to wash away by putting it into donation, or he's using the dirty money to give the people like it's a loan, something like that. Now, Singer went to the man's house but did not park in front of it, like a couple minutes away from it. But he doesn't have a warrant to arrest the man, nor does he have any concrete proof to arrest the man. On the only thing he can really arrest him and the man can still get away with is the fact that it's the gambling and the dirty money. That's it. We're trying to figure out if they can arrest this man for murder. That is the only thing that they're there for, but they can't do that right now. Now, while they're waiting, Toop got a call from his mentor, and his mentor is telling everything that's gonna happen because of the seven bodies being interrupted. Now, Toop told Singha, because remember, they had seven bodies, and because they interrupted the ritual, and the ghost is going after everyone, trying to get them to whatever, the ghost told Toop that since they interrupted the ritual, they're gonna actually find seven more bodies to do the ritual over, right? Okay. There's a clause. There's like a little problem. So Toop says to Singer, if the ritual was interrupted, whoever cast it, because it's like the cast that they did is more like it's either they suck in energy to make this person live longer or something else. But whoever casted this spell or the ritual, if it is interrupted, they themselves will get killed. Like it will bounce back. All the stuff that shouldn't happen to them bounce back to the person. Now remember, when they went to the place, they asked for the man. They said the man is sick. So I don't know how many more evidence that Change needs to know that Top 10 and Michael needs a show for themselves, because Michael is so fine. But anyways, they were getting wild because they wanted to have sex, and they went on the table, and because the package was still on the table, they knocked down the packages. And during the knocking down the packages, they knocked down a Pacific doll. It's not a doll. Do you remember that pink toy? Yeah. Turns out it was a disguised doll. Whoever sent this doll knew that everyone knew how the doll looked like, so they disguised it into this bear disguised toy. Now, my question is having it broken the bad luck, or having it as a whole a bad luck, or you're not supposed to have this doll at all? Secondly, I have many questions. Now, I remember clearly that the victims that die has their DNA inside the doll. So my question is, how did they get Darren's DNA? Like, how did they get his hair? Secondly, didn't they say most of the corpse as like bamboo roots in their system when they ate the food? Yeah, Darren didn't heat the food, so I'm confused to what's going on here. Unless I'm gonna believe what everyone's saying, that maybe Say has something to do with everything. I don't know, but the fact that this is not good is not good, and they are really lining up. Because if Darren born on a Wednesday, are they gonna come for this boy on a Wednesday and kill him? And another question, if the man that they're looking for is the actual culprit who's killing these people, right? How did they know about Darren's birthday? I don't remember Darren going to him and giving his personal information. The only thing I do remember is that they went to this temple and they go to their individual jar that by the day and make their merit or their wish. Other from that, I don't remember them giving no personal information to nobody. Forget about that. We're not talking about that. What about Toop and Singha? If I remember clearly, Toop and Singha born on Friday. So wouldn't they be involved as well? And not only that, but isn't King involved too? Because King borns on a Saturday. And what about Mek? Look, hear me out here. It doesn't all add up to 7, but even if they had it to that, they're gonna have one other odd person to add up to 7, and that's not good. I don't know what the plan is, but they need to figure out the plan fast, because luckily the only person that got a doll is Darren. But that's not luck, that's just buying time. They need to buy time to find the real culprit, because who they're looking for might not be the actual person now.